McConnell versus Trump. Big developments. Why will Mitch's bill on Monday actually help the president and hurt the Temple of Doom? And why are all eyes sort of focused away from Mitch's developments? And what does this mean for GOP senators? And what could it mean for the election just a few days thereafter? Big exciting news and more about that COLA increase for your SSDI, SSI, and Social Security benefits. Big developments on today's version and episode of McConnell versus Trump. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is McConnell versus Trump with big developments about what's going on Monday. Additionally, details about unemployment benefits, enhanced unemployment benefits, FPUC, and then real twists and turns about, wow, that COLA increase for SSDI, SSI, and Social Security benefits. Boy, I'm going to be going over a lot in this video, so go to the front of the channel, subscribe. 294,000, baby. We're 6,000 away. 6,000 away to 300,000 subscribers. So let's do it. Also hit the alert button so you get an alert when a new video goes live, and like this video. In this video, I'll be going over why Mitch's bill on Monday could help the GOP and hurt Nancy. Second, I'll be going over why the bill does much of nothing for the president, doesn't hurt the president, but it may actually help the president. Third, multiple stimulus checks versus no Mitch check. Why has this been a reoccurring issue in recent months? And finally, I will be going over enhanced unemployment benefits and FPUC and escalated benefits. Boy, it's a great day. So thank you for joining me. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that on Monday, Mitch McConnell will introduce to the Senate a GOP-written Senate bill of $500 billion of stimulus. And you'll look at it and you'll be like, what? No stimulus checks in there, nothing in there, just not even a pack of fries. It's just a bunch of mess. And when we first heard about it, a lot of us got revved up. And certainly I was recording videos that said he's trying to block the president's bill. Oh no. No. Mitch is a little bit more slick than that. So what does this bill do? Does it help the GOP and hurt Nancy? Let me explain what's going on. New revelations today that the bill will actually help the president, help the Republicans in the Senate, and hurt the Temple of Doom. If you don't see what's going on, let me recap for you. It's really quite shocking. When Nancy Pelosi introduced the HEROES Act in May, and it got approved in the House of Representatives, and then landed in the Senate, Mitch said, no, we're not even putting for a vote. I'm not going to even acknowledge its existence. It's sort of like a Mariah Carey's, Katy Perry moment. Whatever her name is, I don't know her. Well, that's what he did to Nancy Pelosi's bill. And that, at that point, put all the backlash on Mitch McConnell. In May, June, July, and August, the entire nation's backlash was on Mitch McConnell, and my backlash was on Mitch McConnell. He was saying, you're not entitled to stimulus, you're getting rich off the American public, I don't have any economic data that verifies that you need stimulus. And Nancy's like, we need stimulus, what are you doing, Mitch? Oh, I'm just, the door's closed. That was then. Imagine where we are today. The entire nation is no longer focused on Mitch McConnell. It's focused on Nancy Pelosi. If you have not seen CNN, which has 10 million YouTube followers, publishes several videos a day, and the YouTube video of Nancy Pelosi talking to Wolf Blitzer currently is at 3.5 million views compared to the average video that CNN puts out, which is about 200 to 300,000 views. The narrative has turned against Nancy Pelosi big time. And that's why Mitch's bill on Monday won't hurt him. It'll hurt Nancy Pelosi. It will continue the discourse that the president did on Thursday night in a NBC town hall with Savannah Guthrie, who said Nancy Pelosi is singularly responsible for us not having stimulus, which I would think 99.99% of the viewers of this channel certainly believe as well. Well, when Mitch introduces that bill on Monday, he's going to say, hey, what do you mean I press pause on stimulus? Here's a really good bill. Now, it's at the 11th hour, but here's a really good bill. And it's my third bill, and it's sort of like the second bill as well, which got rejected in 24 hours. But we just don't talk about that. It's part of a narrative to push back against Nancy. But does it help or do not much of nothing for the president? Here's the result. It certainly no longer hurts the president. We now know that. We initially thought he's trying to block the president. No. He's not trying to block the president. What Mitch is trying to do is save his job. He's trying to get himself reelected. He's trying to save his job as majority leader of the Senate. And he's trying to save other senators' jobs and hope that the Senate does not go Democratic, which at this point, there's not enough polls out there to indicate whether it's close or certain. It's just a throw up at the moment. We really just don't know if the Democrats will take the Senate or not. It's that close. So Mitch is trying to, at the 11th hour, save the Senate as a GOP hold. It doesn't hurt the president. In fact, Steve Mnuchin and Donald Trump have both said, I have complete support of the GOP. If I have a deal with Nancy Pelosi, it will be passed by the GOP in the Senate. And that what Mitch is doing next week is just Mitch's thing. It's just like, what is he doing? Well, he's just sort of dancing in the corner by himself, and just sort of ignore him. But that's what he does. It's just it's a crazy cousin that always wants to dye their hair purple and green every time their football team is on TV. Just ignore them. Next, multiple checks versus no Mitch check. There is a message, though, that I don't particularly like. And the message that you'll see on Monday is that Mitch McConnell's bill has no stimulus checks. That is not a good message that Mitch is putting out, because ultimately he's part of the Republican Party, and ultimately Republicans will say this is a good stimulus bill. A good stimulus bill is not one that has no stimulus checks. And so ultimately, I hope that Mitch, at the 11th hour, wakes up and realizes, if you want to do a fake narrative, at least write the fake narrative correctly. Because a fake narrative to get yourself reelected is like, yeah, you did need stimulus checks, and here's one in here, and, get me reelected. But putting out a fake narrative of a bill that is never going to become a law, that doesn't even have a stimulus check in it, then it doesn't really look like you did anything. It looks like you faked to look like you didn't do anything. Next, GOP and multiple stimulus checks. Do the GOP support multiple stimulus checks? And what about hashtag, doing this the wrong way, hashtag, I tried. Hashtag with two fingers. I don't know how you do that. Hashtag MSC. What is the GOP's position about multiple stimulus checks? Ironically, they support it. Ironically, they do support it. The one that doesn't support it is Nancy Pelosi. Senator Harris, Democrat, she wrote the bill. Bernie Sanders, Democrat, wrote the bill. In fact, a lot of Democrats that are in the Senate who are seen as more progressive want to give you multiple stimulus checks. They support MSC. How about Republicans? They, among GOP senators, haven't heard them come out and, wear a t-shirt, I support MSC. But the president and the cabinet do support MSC. The president has said he wants to give you multiple stimulus checks. Steve Mnuchin says if, as time goes on, you're entitled to multiple stimulus checks, we would give you multiple stimulus checks. Only difference is Steve Mnuchin wants to do it bill after bill after bill, as though we have nothing to do but record videos about bills. It's like, just put all the stimulus checks in one bill, Steve. Let's stop coming back every 3 months for a new bill. It's just, hello. What's important to understand, though, is that when McConnell debuts whatever he does on Monday, I expect, and I want to prepare you because I'm very good at preparing you for a media blitz, I expect Mitch McConnell to do a big media blitz. And I don't want you to think anything about it. I don't even want you to even care a second about it. Because one, his bill is not going to become law. Remember, anything you introduce to the Senate by itself does not become law, even if it passes the Senate. Second, it means nothing of anything except he's trying to get himself elected. Third, I've never said this before on this channel, but I want to say this right now. Mitch McConnell plays a very, very good media game. I don't know what he does, but he's very good at it. If you have never done this and you have a few extra minutes on your time, go on Google and type in Mitch McConnell press releases. Well, He has the press department for his speaker, his majority leader's website. As majority leader of the Senate, he has a website that does press releases. Then he has his campaign website that does press releases. Then he has a separate Twitter account that does press releases. Then, I mean, you got the point. He literally has a massive amount of accounts and websites that are just for press releases. He loves press releases. Bottom line is, you're going to see a press assault on Monday about how he's doing this, and I don't want you anywhere. I don't want you anywhere to say he's going to block the president. He's not going to block the president. 2, he doesn't want the president to this. I don't want you to say that either, because it's all untrue. In fact, we know it's untrue because the president has said it's untrue. 3rd, we also know it's untrue because Mitch has never said that. Mitch is very good with playing games with words. And if you read all his quotes last week, he specifically said, I like my bill. I like my bill. You like my bill? I like my bill. He never said, I dislike the president's bill. He never said, we can't have the president's bill. All he says is, I like my bill. Okay, you like your bill. I got it, Mitch. We don't like your bill, but I like my bill. Okay, you like your bill. I got it. That's how you should view the events of next Monday. All right, let's go to COLA and FPUC advancement. There's a lot of stuff coming up still in this video. All right, let's go to COLA. Cola, and I don't mean Pepsi. And I don't mean Diet Tab. Is it sad? Tab is going away? Oh, I mean, what's going on? Purple Power, can we do something about that? Can we bring back Tab? I love Tab. All right, Tab is going away, but COLA is not. Social Security announced on Thursday, and it's official, that your Social Security checks, your SSDI, SSI, Social Security, Railroad benefits checks, will all get a COLA increase. But it's nothing to celebrate about. 4 years in the history of Social Security Administration, 4 years, there was a 0% COLA increase. Basically, you got nothing. You got no increase whatsoever. This proposal announced on Thursday for next year has the smallest COLA increase in the history of the agency. I think it's 1.3%. It's just insane. How small is that? Well, what's 1% of $100? $1. That's how bad it is. And Peter DeFazio, who I've been detailing a lot on this channel because I really adore what he's doing for the American people, said that's just silliness. So what he did on Friday was he introduced a bill with another co-signer, co-author, and it's a bill to propose to raise your COLA next year to about 3.5, 3.9. I don't remember the exact number. It was 3 something. And what's good about this is he's saying, you need more stimulus. You've not gotten stimulus. You need multiple stimulus checks. I represent seniors. They're being left behind in this pandemic. I represent people on benefits. They're being left behind in this benefit. And then all we're talking about is big business. These people have not gotten stimulus, have gotten very little stimulus. And then ultimately, when things are costing more, they are costing more. You see it across the supermarkets lately. It's just insane. Like, it's just crazy insane. He's saying you need to have more COLA. You need to raise people's benefits. Let me explain the example of the situation. Here in Southern California, there's a supermarket. I'm not going to name names because I just don't want to get in trouble. There's a supermarket which generally has, middle of the road prices, not expensive, not cheap. It's not a Whole Foods. It's cheaper. I went there the other day and I looked at the bell peppers. And generally bell peppers in California are about $1.49 a pound. That's when they're high. Red bell peppers. If they're green bell peppers, sometimes they're 99 cents a pound. So picked it up and then looked at the sign, and the sign said $1.49 per pepper. Per pepper. Then I walked over to the garlic. I mean, everyone loves some garlic. Even the vampires love garlic. Even the Temple Doom likes some garlic. Picked up a garlic, and I thought it said 25 cents a pound. No, excuse me, I thought it said 50 cents a pound. I looked closer, it said 50 cents a garlic. A garlic. Excuse me? I mean, this is what we're doing. Price inflation is across the board, and Jerome Powell is deeply concerned about it. What stagflation is when you have the economy flat, but inflation is picking up and prices are going up. You're making less, you're not making more money. The economy is not improving, but everything is costing more. And that's what's starting to happen. And that's why you need COLA increases. What do you also need? You need FPUC increases, and that's why Steve Mnuchin's offer for FPUC is better. FPUC under Steve Mnuchin's offer is much better. It's $400 a week, and it continues all the way into mid-January, which is really quite good. We don't have to hear this crap that it's going to expire in a few days from now, and we got to go back to rush in and do something. And it's $400 a week. It's not a mixture number. There's no threshold. Let me explain a couple things, because I don't say it in all the videos. One, there's none of that ridiculous $100 threshold thing of LWA in this. It's just gone. Second, there is no, but it's not really $400 gimmick. It's really this and that. No, it really is $400. It's $400. Three, it's retroactive, mid-September. Four, it's good. No one thinks that you're going to get $600 a week unless, there's a blue wave and we all roll over. $600 is unfounded. The problem solvers were $450 for 8 weeks and 5 weeks for $600, but the $600 was not a pure $600. It had a catch to it. They were not retroactive to late July. None of these people were retroactive to late July. Ultimately, I think the bill should be revised to be retroactive to late July. But I'm also concerned about the following. I have to tell you the good and the bad. And I'm concerned that if this bill is not passed, then the question is whether they're going to keep things retroactive and to what date. Ironically, in Nancy Pelosi's press statement overnight, in which she talks about how wonderful she is, she talks about she will get the relief is coming, and it will be retroactive. Her comment comes 24 hours after I said on this channel, ironically, that you will ultimately may see Nancy Pelosi's bill in March of 2021 put money in your pocket because she's trying to hold out till that late. And that at that point, she may be doing you retroactive to February 2021, not to July 2020. It's ironic because when I was preparing for the multiple stimulus check video yesterday, the very first one, and I pulled that Chris Hayes interview with Senator Harris talking about the multiple stimulus checks. Guess what else they talked about in that video? He said, you know what? The FPUC is expiring, and there's no sense of urgency for these people to get it fixed. What are we going to do? It is so strange. If you've not watched that video, you need to watch that video. It is so weird in October now, watching that video from May, when a news reporter down the middle of the road, neither Republican or Democrat, is basically saying, this is crazy. How can we let FPUC expire? What's going to happen in August when no one has FPUC? Here we are in October. It's expired, and there is no sense of urgency. It's like a surreal moment. Let me answer some of your incredible 600 questions from yesterday. And stay tuned for Pelosi versus Mnuchin. More about that coming up. Pamela, 1.3% is a slap in the face. Cost of living went up. So she's saying the 1.3 COLA that is proposed by the federal government is not enough. Heather, I truly believe our government has let us down badly. Jamie, they just need to raise and cut the SNAP. Nancy, it's about time they do something more for Social Security benefits. Nicole, I'm on SSDI, and everyone who's on SSI roll benefits knows that when we get an increase, they simply increase the Medicare premiums, and we actually lose money. I've seen this comment a lot in the last 24 hours. John, word has it Nancy Pelosi is going to be formally removed as Speaker of the House. Bill's on the Senate floor today. Ooh, sexy. Balua, that's if Medicare doesn't take up the raise. There we go again. Peggy Bess, LA, you need to be on the President's advisory payroll. He's listened to your every word. He is. If you have not seen Mnuchin's moves, the president's moves, they're all in line with what Purple Power's been doing. And of course, problem solvers. I mean, you see how they are tracking this, and the reason why is because everything in this channel is based upon numbers. I don't base things upon puffery or, children going hungry and science, just these vague words. I base things upon numbers. And Mnuchin's a numbers guy. Gary Gooding, I'll get excited when I see the bill signed into law. Turnover. The seniors who live off Social Security cannot meet their obligations now. It's Bjorn. Oh, Mitch, we forgot you're here. Bye. I love that. Isaac, no stimulus before the election, not one penny, makes me sick. Harland, I'm on SSDI, I can barely pay my rent. Mike, sounds like if Povus wants to do executive order, he would have done it by now. Ricky, wow, $20 raise for SSA, that's sad. Yes, 1.3%. The current proposal would give you about $20 more per month, the current proposal. Lisa Phillips, $2 trillion. Wow, the devil has pissed his pants. Kasana, 1.3% is about $16 if you make $1,500 a month, but that's only about 10% of the people. Most of the people only get $1,000 or less, down to $600 a month, and so 1.3% raise for cola is a slap in the face. That's a common. I like that people are enjoying this video because people ask me to bring it back, and I keep on bringing it back. Scott, all the world's a stage. Antonio, we still have to wait. God help us. Love you, Purple Power. As always, go to the front channel, subscribe, because we're getting through this together. And it's times like this where you tell me do more Colo videos, and I'll do more Colo videos, but I still love my tab. And then also like this video. Coming up next is Pelosi versus Mnuchin. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay alive for more.